everybody. It's Paul here. It's June 6th, 2019. Now, most people know why today is an important day. I think it's personally a very important day because it's a day of reflection, right? I think of in the 1940s, 1944, we invaded Normandy about 5 hours ago, or whatever it was, 10 hours ago. And it's a true demonstration of leadership, decision-making, team building, all coming together at one point. And, I think the most important thing that you take away is obviously the sacrifice that was made many years ago for the liberation of Europe and for our extended freedom, but also to understand that these leaders were put into stressful situations where they know they would have losses, and it was important for them to make the decisions that would help their teammates and their team and their unit survive and thrive in those first few days. And I think that's what you take from all leadership positions, is that stress and adversity and bonding and a culture that is set by the leader makes those decisions somewhat easier because there's a hierarchy. People know they have to do their jobs. People are willing to fight for each other, whether it's on a sports team or in a military unit or a business. That culture will drive the strength of the leader.
Watch out, construction on road ahead.
Thank you, Waze. And I think that's what we really need to focus on, is that stress and that adversity and overcoming that stress and learning to deal with it and harnessing it and see how it's going to help us all grow and become better leaders and or build better teams, right? So, when you go through 2 days, or when you go through basic training, or
in 5.6 miles, stay to the right to I-95 North to New Jersey Turnpike, New York.
Thank you, Waze. And then trying to take that adversity, build that team, and make decisions under stress. And that's really what I wanted to talk about, right? Was learning how to be a good leader, how to build a team, and to make decisions, right? So leadership is a broad topic, right? And there's a dichotomy to leadership, and I love Jocko's work on it. I think him and Leif Babin have done great work in their book, kind of bringing it to the forefront of leadership. But decision-making processes as well and team building, I think, are all tied into that as well. And it starts at the top, right? How do you create a culture for your team to win? How do you create a culture where your team can come to you and always ask you questions or help rely on you as the leader to be a guidepost for vision and values? And I think that's very, very important. So today, the one thing I would say as I'm driving to meetings is remember why today is important, but also remember what the foundation of that success was great leadership in a stressful situation, steadfast decision making, and a culture for where people can rely on each other, right? And that they mean something, and they're an integral part of that team to help it foster and grow. Anyway, I don't know who's saying hi to me, but think about that today, but also think about that in the coming weeks, and try to figure out where you fit in your team and how you're leading. Now, to lead, do you have to be the leader? No, but you have to be a good follower too, in some respect, right? Because that's how you learn to be a good leader. And it starts at young ages all the way up to adulthood, and then knowing where you fit into that place. If you know that, hey, I'm a team player, but I'm like, when when I played basketball, I wasn't a great basketball player, but I knew I was like a rebounder. Like, I'm gonna do the dirty work. I'm gonna pass it out to my teammates. I'm gonna play defense and the big guys because I was a meathead. But that's what I did, and that's what I did well. And I knew that was my role. Was I the leader of that team? No way. In other teams, in other sports, where I knew I could be a better contributor and I could be more of a leader, then I took that role. Other times, I take the subservient role and know, hey, I'm helping that leader grow and be a better leader by helping support him in his decision or her decision-making process. And I think that's really important. Echoing it and saying, I'm supporting you. Yep, let's go, let's do it. That's what they said to do, let's go do it. And there's a time and a place for that, right? And knowing where you fit in that hierarchy. When there is no set leader, that's when things get kind of dodgy. And someone has to jump up and take that mantle, take that leadership role and say, I'm in charge, I'm going to take this from here, guys, or gals, or whoever, or team. We're going to move forward, and this is the objective, and we're going to win this new business, or we're going to take this new game plan, whatever the case may be. So I would just think about that and understand that there's a large...
In 1 mile,
Thank you,
stay
Ace.
to the right to I-95 North to New Jersey Turnpike, New York.
There's a lot going on when not only leadership positions, but team building and decision making, and they're all tied together, and it all starts really with culture, right? And what that leader sets as the culture, whoever that leader is. Anyway, that's my 2 cents today on D-Day and remembering our past to become better leaders in the future, and understand that there's a lot more to building a team, and it's stress, right? And it's adding stress and making that bond early so that all of us can foster and grow together. Anyway, have a great day. Make sure you ring the bell every day.
Stay to the right to I-95 North